Oh, back again. Let's see how this rolls in. Got somebody new with us tonight. I hope this works using this old link. We'll see as people start to trickle in, hopefully. Let's see if I get a notification. I don't know. Did it go live? Marco! Alright, so the one true fan. Marco's in here. Brian's running late. Backpack is running late. And the closet is hotter than shit. And not nerd. Joseph, Marco, y'all start dropping carries if you care to. Got all kinds of goodies coming to mail. And we have, let's see if I can get him. I added him. There he is.
What's up, guys?
Not much. Brian's down in the bottom. And I usually like to talk and point out that I haven't added him to the screen yet and watch him shake his head for a second because it gets him real good and tuned up.
Well, I changed my screen name just for Brian.
He loves it. He
I
loves
move.
it.
Yeah. I know it's not true, so don't bug me at
I always got one in arm's reach.
There you go.
He loves it.
I don't think I've ever touched a Kunwu. I don't
Not
think.
all. Not all of us have morals, obviously, as you can see there,
Oh
Shane.
no, I'm a whore.
I do. I do have a Tucson right here though that was gifted to me. So
I love a good Tucson, man.
that's the only reason I have it.
A Tucson is now some of them Ashers are Kunwu. If you've got some of those production Ashers, got a little Kunwu. Cheeto is in here early.
Yeah, that's Cheeto.
Cheeto,
So, Doug,
Dito.
I went in to YouTube today, and for some reason, I wasn't subscribed to you.
That's awesome. So now I got a new subscriber. So now I've got 3.
It. I know damn well. Every week I've got to look, even for like if the shit's not up, to send links and stuff. And I was doing one earlier, and I'm like, why the fuck can't I find Doug?
I wasn't subscribed either.
It doesn't.
Well, I know damn well because I've subscribed to him so many damn times. This is bullshit that they just will kick you off people.
Yeah, that's the you don't get the notifications.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, they shadow banned Mattisfaction from me years ago. Like I literally, to find a Mattisfaction live, I have to type in his full name, hit enter, go to his channel, scroll through his content,
The somersault.
find the active live stream and all that just to pull it up. They make it a pain in the ass for me to watch Mattisfaction. And I'm subscribed, have the notifications on, all that stuff.
I think YouTube's their own worst enemy half the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
do you know what made YouTube? Gun content.
Chicks with
like Nut and Fancy and those old dudes that did the gun tubes back then.
Demolition Ranch, Hickok
45. Those were always the biggest draws, and YouTube hung their hat on them and got big. And as soon as they didn't need them,
I think it's part of the reason why Demolition Ranch is quitting.
Some dangerous weapons we like to collect and carry.
I think all that bullshit with all the rule changes. I mean, I'm sure there's other reasons, but I think it added to it.
Well, hell, I think for a long time I would upload it to YouTube, and then the same time I just upload it to Rumble. That way, if YouTube ever disappeared,
Yeah.
but
Y'all like my cut?
that is
My
disturbing.
my Steve Kalari cut. His wife made this as a joke, and I was like, I want one right now, so I paid her for it. And I literally drink out of it every day. So every day I have to look at that ugly little Italian face. But I've struggled through it.
All right, I got the stream up now because I found Doug
Oh, okay.
on YouTube. What's up, Joseph? Marco?
I'll tell you what fucking pisses me off
Cheeto?
since we're voicing shit. The watch time
Yeah.
is total horseshit. I like to know how they're figuring that.
You know what really burns a midget's ass, Doug? Flame about that tall.
Tall candles.
Oh, y'all weren't there for the midget incident.
What the hell is that homemade stuff you got there?
That's a Kiradashi.
This is a collab between me and Keith.
Those are great for cutting leather. I have discovered, because you've got that one side that's perfectly straight. So when you cut it, you have a perfect 90-degree angle. You don't realize when you cut something with a knife, it's actually you've cut a V into it, or with a Kiradashi you can cut a perfect blunt end. Yeah, this is one I've got going out Monday. I got to deliver it Monday. When my thug, you recognize that scale material, Brian? That came from Outcast. Some of his Ford.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
That Fortnite as a scale looks awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how tough it is. I mean, I've told people this isn't a hard use knife. I wouldn't recommend slamming it down on the concrete. But
I bet you it's stronger than you think. I mean, it's a dried paint.
Right. I just go by how easy or how hard they are to grind. And nothing is worse than carbon fiber, man.
Yeah.
No, that shit is like a rock. And then it's just black shit going everywhere.
Yep. It took me, Paul Mills wanted me to chamfer his edges a little more. I spent 4 days hand sanding, chamfering those edges, because it's so abrasion resistant. But the reason why I did it by hand is I couldn't afford to spend any more money on it. It destroyed not just my bandsaw blade; it destroyed my bandsaw. It like yanked the guts out of it.
It isn't easy. Like, just these pieces, put those chamfers on.
Yeah.
I go through router bits like nothing.
Yeah.
Carbide, it don't give a shit.
Yeah, I tell people, if you want carbon fiber on a knife I made, you're gonna pay whatever the carbon fiber cost upcharge. And I thought that was okay, and it's not. I've got to charge another $50 just to install it. It just it destroys everything you use. But
carbon fiber is expensive, and then on top of it, people that don't use it don't realize, like what you're saying, how much sandpaper, bits,
it destroys the
router bits, and hell, just the PPE alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. And it doesn't really layer the way I thought it would either. At least, well, the issue with his was it was so thin to begin with. You know, when it's that thin, there's not a whole lot of layers to expose in the first place.
No.
But I got it more layered for him, so hopefully that
and like it shredded, it can't have much layers to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shredded jungle carbon fiber. It just don't show layers like you think it would. Yeah, I've noticed that when
Cutting.
I do chamfer, the chamfered edges are more. They're almost black. Like there's not much color to. Yeah, like that.
Well, that's from sanding because what you're doing when you're sanding it is all that carbon fiber is going into the pores. So you're filling the pores, and it's hard. I've noticed that like when I was turning um, these G-Ball version 2 Pharaohs with
Yeah,
the cherry and the carbon fiber.
yeah,
This carbon fiber would look out. You can see it in the cherry. The wood's almost redder from the carbon fiber
yeah.
dust getting into those pores, and you don't see the. I don't know. I feel like it makes it just like you said, almost more black. The red disappears and it starts filling up the.
Cheeto, I don't
If you
remember
do
getting
it,
pictures today.
what's up, real?
I didn't get any pictures today, Cheeto.
I was going to ask you if you could speak, Cheeto.
Man, you get pictures from Cheeto?
Yeah, we're working on a
OnlyFans?
we're working on a little collab. Cheeto's doing a design for a knife I'm going to make. Yeah. I'm super excited about getting Brian some knives too. I got in a bunch of scale material. Brian, I remember being on a website looking at a scale material one night. I remember looking at the stuff.
And thinking it was mine?
No, and a few days ago it all showed up. I do not remember buying it. I was wondering where all my money went. It was over
if you're
$200.
buying material without remembering, it's gone because that shit adds up.
It just pisses me off. I want to make this announcement. That way nobody could ever come back on me in the future and say, oh, you use some Chinese. But it is. I bought from a company called Valley Composites, and it had a California address. And I admit, maybe I didn't research enough. So I
Is Valley from all overseas?
yeah, I ordered the stuff, and then the email I got was in Chinese. I was so mad. But I've got it now. I'm not going to buy any more of it, but it just...
I buy from makers, but they buy from all kinds of vendors. So I'm not sure.
All of it comes from China anyway.
Yeah, but and then if you get it from Chromatic, you know it's made here.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm going to.
I got blessed with these. I got about 8 chunks of this.
I'm going to be shipping you all this scale material I've got. I don't know if everybody knows that, but Brian's fixing to start doing some scale work for me. So there's really no point in me keeping it. I guess I'll just, when I ship some knives, I'll ship this scale material, and you can use it until it's gone. But some of it are just, 2-piece scales. Some of it there's some blocks from Chromatic. But yeah, we've got plenty to work with for a little while, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm doing that scales on this too. And those bolts I had bought that I had showed you,
Yeah.
diameter's perfect, but for something this small, I bought too long of barrels. So I've got new ones on order.
Yeah.
The scales on this thing would have been like this friggin' thick, man.
Well, if you take a flashlight and look inside the barrel, most of them are threaded all the way through, and you can grind the barrel down to shorten the bolts.
Yep, I saw that and I considered doing it. I've got 10 pair, and I was like, you know what? They're not that expensive. And I went on Maker's Mark and I looked at it, and they have different sizes with the same diameter barrel.
There you go.
And I'm like, yep, just need that one. And they'll be here. They'll probably be here Tuesday.
I had a really hard time finding that stuff, man. I literally spent hours over a 2-day span trying to find that hardware. And I don't know if I just wasn't typing in the right words or what. But I mean, it's actually
I still can't say the name of these damn barrels that I'm using. Yeah, and it took me forever to find them.
Right. I run into that issue when I tried to do Stevie's with bolt-on scales, and I really want to go to bolt-on scales. That's another reason why I'm excited about working with you, because you can do that. But
hold on, I want to go get those so I can show people what I'm talking about.
I learned
I'll be right back.
Bolt-on scales are a lot more technical for something handmade. If you're having all your
Yeah.
stuff laser cut and it's all the right thickness, it's no big deal. But if it's handmade, man, it's hard to get all that stuff to match up. But not Cheeto, I didn't get any new pictures today. Nothing from the armor guy. No,
Hmm.
I didn't receive anything. I mean, that I haven't already looked at. I haven't talked to the armor guy in a while. He was really nice, man. That dude sent me a knife way before I had 1,000 subscribers and let me do a video on his squirrel. It was really, I mean, I know he was hoping I would buy it, but just wasn't in the position to buy it at the time. But I thought that was really, really good of a maker to trust me with a $700 knife. I think that's what it was, 700. And I mean, he didn't even know me. He shipped it to me, but I shipped it back to him. I couldn't have afforded a $400 knife at that time.
These are the pieces.
Binding?
And what's cool is all these knives now,
Yeah.
you'll be able to take your scales on and off instead of having them pinned.
Right.
And then if you somewhere down the line you want another set, you can either hit me up or somebody else that makes scales, and it'll be an easy swap. So
yeah, imagine how much better this would look with those stainless bolts in the handle instead of it just being. I think it looks a whole lot better.
These damn things are chunkers, man. It locks down. They're T25s.
Yeah.
You ain't getting to strip these.
Yeah, and everything I'd find was some Chinese-made junk with Phillips heads, and I just didn't like it. I mean, we're gonna have to, we may have to do some pricing adjust, but.
So that's what I'm talking about on that. How thick those scales would have to be.
Right, because those heads are going to be countersunk, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the part I couldn't do. I couldn't figure out the countersink. I just didn't have the right tools for it.
It's all in his damn drill bit. You got to.
I don't have the tools I want for it. I found Maker's Mark sells special bits for these damn things alone. They're kind of pricey, but if this takes off, I'll be buying them.
Come to find out, there were bits right there in the shop that would do that job that belong to. I don't own my shop. I work out of my best friend. Everybody knows him by Meathead. It's his shop.
Yeah, dude, that shop's awesome.
He had all the equipment there, but it's his stuff, and I don't like digging through his stuff too much. And I didn't even know he had it. And he came in the other day and countersunk a hole in the piece for him, and I was like, man, that would have been perfect for me. However, you gotta be able to get that depth perfect too.
Yeah.
I'm not technical enough for that.
So on this one, when I made these with the glow and made it thicker, I take the original scale, double-sided tape that I've got, stick them, outline them, cut them, drill them all while they're still stuck. Take the original scale off. And then for these, I just took my countersink, made the original width that I wanted it, how deep it would be, and then just countersunk. And
so that's exciting news for me and exciting news for my customers because they're going to be getting a better product. And if, like I told Brian, man, if I could cut out knife shapes, drill them, heat treat them, and grind bevels and be done, not just the time savings, but the stress savings. Because just to be completely honest, I don't enjoy this part. I enjoy this part. So if we can get it where I'm doing this part, Brian's doing this part, you guys get a better product and something that, like you said, you can change the scales later down the road if you want to. That's a big deal to me.
Hell, they can get the knife to come with 2 pairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, if they say, I want a pair of micarta and I want G10,
and it may,
whatever.
If they continue to sell, I will go to Alabama Damascus and have them water jetted so they're all the same. That'll save Brian a ton of time if they're all identical. Because right now they are not. every one's a little bit different from the last. So, but yeah, that's just part of the progression, man. You can't just, well, you could if you have the overhead. You could just
Yeah.
you could go
The initial crazy ass investment.
yeah. Yeah, I
But I
just
mean,
want to do that.
That's my thing. Is I'm slowly just putting more money into the shop, selling knives, buying tools.
Yeah, I've got 3 knives to collect on this week, and every penny of it is going to makers for a new jig. So I got to deliver this one Monday too. This is a.
Ooh,
I know
like
what
that.
y'all thinking. This being straight, most kitchen knives are supposed to, but he wanted it straight. He does a lot of barbecue work, and he wants to use this to like cut up his Boston butt when he's done. So it's a
And
really
he's gonna scoop it right up and like a spatula too. Yep.
It's a really thin
Yeah.
is what I'm calling it. And I've got another one available that's a different shape and it's slightly bigger. But I also did this one with a straight edge. Most of my kitchen knives are, so that they'll rock, but this one is straight edge.
Have you seen the meat hook tong flipper that Keith made me out of railroad tie?
I hadn't seen that.
Dude, those things are awesome. So he takes railroad ties and he makes a barbecue hook with a pigtail on it so you can flip your meat on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
And he had made one. I'm like, oh, I want one of those. And he's like, I'll make more. And he was sending me stuff. He's like, this is where, he goes, I thought these were going to be easy because he's hand forging. He's taking a railroad tie, putting it in the forge, and hammering it out.
Yeah.
And he's like, this was a lot more work than I thought because he didn't have the right tools. Once again, it comes down to tools. Yeah. So what did he do? He made his own damn tongs that are just for making these things, and now he can hammer them out quick as shit.
Those scales I did myself, Brian. That's just a piece of Brazilian hardwood, and I just made a random pattern with a router, and then back
with the epoxy.
Yeah. Some people love it, but I've learned not everybody does. It wasn't near as popular as I hoped it would be, but the people who like it really like it, but not everybody does. And that's fine. That's the way it's supposed to be.
What's up, Terry? What's up, Yako? I didn't say hi to you guys. Hey, Dan.
Yeah. But I will say this would be a better kitchen knife than you can buy in a store. It's handmade. It's all U.S. sourced. And, yeah, this knife is shipped to you for $120 if anybody's interested. So, but I didn't come on here to sell knives. But
no, definitely sell them.
Yeah, let me grab some of that scale material I got in. I'll show you because it's all coming to you. I've got a couple of local knives I got to finish, and then what's left, I'm going to ship all that to you.
I was sharpening the wife's kitchen knives, and it's a pretty good brand name, but it still seems soft compared to knives like sharpening my knives.
Oh yeah, no, that's that shit in the kitchen. No, it's half the time.
Yep.
Well, most kitchen companies, people don't know this, most kitchen knife companies when it just says stainless steel, it's typically 4116. And 4116 is an okay stainless steel for a kitchen knife, but it's not. I mean, this is just Nitro V, and it's not even close to Nitro V. But I got you guys have probably seen these on Instagram.
Well, it's the funny thing about kitchen knives is they're so damn thin that the geometry is still going to somewhat cut. Right. So you think it's doing its job, and you're like, holy shit, this thing's
but it's a little unfair that they know that, so they just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can still make it out of a good steel, but
yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of places making them out of 14C.
Yeah, but I mean, they're usually upcharged pretty good for.
I've seen some pretty reasonable ones.
That's what I ordered
lately. What's up, Ground Fog?
Brian, have you
seen that acrylic's sweet?
Yeah, and feel free, man, if you want to, combine this with some wood or something else, man. Just you know what I mean. It don't have to be just this.
This Ultim I got from Bluminati. That's what I'm going to do. These are going to be. I'm going to get a glow rod and put down the center of this so that you'll see the color glow through the Ultim.
And I got some rich light in. I'm not sure how I feel about the rich light yet. I don't know what it's going to look like when it's finished. I've never seen it. Do you finish this to a sheen?
I haven't messed with it yet, but
I've seen it done to a sheen on the new Mac 2s. They've got that rich light or whatever.
It seems tough. I think it's just like a shredded paper micarta.
It's a lot like a micarta. So
I think it's shredded cardboard, isn't it?
If you go to buy it, it's under the same category as micartas.
And then I got some C-Tech in. You see the aluminum mesh in there?
Oh, that's cool. I've been interested at looking at some of that.
But I'll tell you, this is acrylic.
Is that a bitch to work?
No, not at all.
No.
And you could actually sand it up to just 240 and spray it with some clear, and it shines like brand new money. But what I like is a combination of this with this. Some of the rich light with some of that wood. If you join it up good, that looks nice. I don't really care for it as just a solid handle scale. It's just I think it's better as an accent,
like a bolster or something on it.
Yeah. We'll work all that out when we get ready to. It is going to add a little bit of logistics because I got to thinking about something. I can't make the Macadex sheath if it don't have scales on it yet. So if it's going to you for scales, that means there may be another stop if you want a sheath. So you could send it to Mad Yoko or whoever they want their sheath made by. If they want it to go to Joe for leather or whatever. So they'll have options. The customer
got Terry right here too.
Yeah, Terry can do leather sheaths too. They'll have.
I think Terry's starting to dabble with Kydex too. I think he had mentioned possibly even doing a hybrid. I might be wrong. Maybe that wasn't him, but I thought he was talking about trying to figure out a hybrid Kydex and leather.
Yeah, customers
that'd be a game changer.
With it going through those many people, that's going to add. It's going to add time. You're going to have to be patient to have that many hands on it, but I feel like it's going to be a lot better product. And like I said, they can have a multi-maker collab with whoever they choose, whether it's Terry or Joe or whoever. They can, and I think I like the idea of that. Like this knife, this is. What
did I say when you told me about the Thug? I'm like, get everybody that touches it to sign something and put it.
That has been an issue. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
but hell, I mean, you talking about the hardware.
Sawtooth Dave, so this is between. If you order a Thug in the future, like Stevie's Thug will be a collab between me, Sawtooth Dave, Brian, Joe, Kyle. So many different people will have their hands on it, and if that's if you like that kind of thing, you'll have all those options. So, yeah,
I think
I'd love to be able to grind them all out, dude. Throw them in a box, send them to you, and be done. You know what I mean?
That's to me that just makes the knife better. I mean, I love that. Talk about a community knife. How everybody's like taking the pictures of community makers and stuff. That's a full-on community. You got everybody's.
Yeah, and I've got knives coming that are being designed by people in the community. Mad Yoko was the first to hit me up. So there's a knife coming made by me that was designed by Mad Yoko. I've got some designs from Javon coming up. I've got some designs from Cheeto coming up. BakpakB gave me permission to make one of his. There he is.
Man, you said his damn
He was
name.
just waiting.
Yeah.
Sitting there waiting to hear it. He's like, okay, now I can come in.
Good to see you, man. How's it going?
It's going good. I can't wait to get that fixed blade that BakpakB designed and then change the name of it. Why'd you change the name of that? I like the first name.
Which one are you talking about?
It was the really cool fixed blade that when you put up like 12 designs if I'm not mistaken, it had a slight harpoon in it. And I told you, I was like, dude, I'd love to make that knife. And you were like, go right ahead.
Yeah, dude, you've been getting really good, huh? How much time have you been putting in?
In all honesty, 6 months.
Yeah, but like every day.
Yeah, but I've made knives in the past for buddies. I've just never done it to try to sell any.
Right.
So yeah, I will. I'm not bragging, but I do feel like I've progressed a lot. But
100%. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
If anybody can tell you how much I've progressed, it's Cheeto. Cheeto owns a knife that I don't want anybody to ever see. It's so bad, man. The fact that he bought it is, that's
something that happens a lot though too. Like if you follow other makers that have gotten like super good, like I think a good example of it was Ware, his custom folders. Like I have a very early one, and it's cool and well done. But the new stuff he's putting out is so insane; it's hard to compare the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just part of being a knife lover, though. When you're supporting like people doing custom work, very key.
Cheetah wants to let you know that he showed that knife to armor guy today.
I don't remember which one it was, B, but it was a badass.
I remember. I only did one fixed plate, I think.
So I got it. I found it.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Did I change the name on this?
Yeah, you named it something and then changed it afterwards. But I really liked the original name. So
put that thing full screen.
So once
that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, the Dark Matter.
Yeah. So when I got out of rehab, I did 30 designs in 30 days. It was like I just feel like I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yes, I'm going to get that made. Brian's going to put the handles on it, so that'll be a collaboration between B.
Yeah, that'd be fun, man.
Brian, Kyle,
yeah,
and whoever makes the sheath for it.
Oh, look at that guy! Hey, buddy.
That's the boss.
Yeah, dude, he's getting older, man. It's crazy. Oh yeah, so back in the day, I had this idea. I don't mean to cut. Were you guys talking about anything? Or?
No, go ahead.
No.
I had this idea to turn the what is this lock called again? The one on
Ram lock.
Oh, I know exactly what
it's Ram lock.
Yeah, and I wanted to change it into a shark lock. And my first attempt at it worked, but it included gluing a piece of like a printer, whatever like material you use, to the lock, and it would get like seeped in. Terrible idea, but it did work once I did it really cleanly. But now I figured out you can just remodel this, which is the piece with a slope. So right now I'm gonna share my screen so I can show you guys.
Absolutely. Well, the CME that Justin does is glued on as well.
Yeah, I think there's a place for it totally, but just because when I took this apart, I was like, wow, dude, there's such a better way to do this, because this piece is, although it looks complex, it's really not. Yeah. So I'm going to try to print it while we're live and see if it works. I'll put it in
you're 3D printing an upgraded version of the lock.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
And then we'll have like, because I want to nail that so that like we can have
one of those people that despise that. My hand won't do that motion for
the shark lock like this.
The shark lock, any of the Benchmades, I can't use them. So if somebody comes up with a way of making that work better for me, I'm all about it.
What's up, Blue?
What's up, Blue?
Crossbar lock just does never seem to feel natural.
Shut your mouth.
My favorite knife is the Mannix.
That's like B's favorite, dude. Isn't
that
your favorite?
It's one of them.
Is the Mannix, and everybody's like, how do you use a Mannix if you can't use the other? I don't know why.
Mannix is so good, dude.
It's
because I can use the Mannix. I can use the Mannix from one side of the knife. I've never had a crossbar lock that I could disengage just on one side. Like the bar would kick.
Oh, you ain't getting the right ones then.
Probably. But I stole my
Contigo. The ram lock is really good. You could do it with your thumb, like.
My 940, one-sided. I don't have to touch the other.
I just think that the ram lock, I've always had a fascination with it, just because it's technically the same thing, just done differently. but I think it's really good, and you can build on it. I think so. Hopefully this works. I'm trying to share my screen. Give me a second.
Yeah, I even
This
got
one's totally underrated. Everybody should have a Pathfinder, but this big beast, even one-handed,
what's that?
What is that?
the real steel Pathfinder with the scandy
I didn't
grind.
even. Is that new?
No, it's been around for a minute.
No, I've had this one for at least a year.
Yeah, hell, I've got a black one sitting here.
Yeah, Brian, the only reason I haven't shipped you everything so far is because I've got to figure out the local sales that I've got, which shocked me that I have people local buying knives from me. But
Dude, that's so cool.
I've got to get their stuff figured out, what scale materials they want.
Where do you get?
Once I know that, I'm going to ship it all to you.
Do you shop at different places to get your materials, or do you have a go-to?
I really like buying from Outcast.
I don't even know what that is. Maybe we can
Outcast
pull it up.
Chromatic EDC from the EDC Roundtable. He's got 3 names. He's Chromatic EDC, and then
Outcast Blanks.
Outcast Blanks, Mike Navarre.
Yeah.
Like,
But what I've run into is some of my customers don't like his stuff. And I don't mean that has anything to do with him. Some of my customers don't like flashy looking scale materials. They want something more. So
I do wood too.
Crispy something.
It was awesome. One day I get a message from Shane. He's like, "Dude, this material's awesome. You'll never have to buy a knife again." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what he's talking about. It's fucking A." He thought I was chromatic.
I did. I had them mixed up for the longest time. I'm like, we're definitely going to be doing some trading, but we can still do some trading. So that it still works out.
Let me share screen.
Crispy, what's up, buddy?
In case you guys don't know the inside story with Cheeto talking about the Manix 3, he popped in a live stream one night talking about Spyderco was about to drop the Manix 3 and got me all excited, only to find out that it was bullshit. So don't mind. Could you put jimping on that, B?
Yeah. I'm gonna add all the tiny details after I nail the fitting, because this is my first print that I'm just gonna send right now, and I don't know how. There's measurements that I got really close, but there's some measurements like where the circle overlaps that I'm probably gonna have to see what feels best.
I don't know anything about 3D printing, so I want to ask all y'all's opinion. What's y'all's opinions on 3D printing knife scales?
What's up, Neil?
Keep it up, buddy. At all. I think that 3D printing has use cases for trying things but you can get good printers that have good finish. But no matter what, you're going to kind of know it's 3D printed, unless it's like a really high-end 3D printer that you can't see the lines and you use like some type of fuzz. There's like all these different techniques you can use to
usually it's going to feel plasticky too.
Yeah, that too. But there are like other 3D printers that have like carbon fiber and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna send this to print, but I'll make this.
That's what I was wondering. Does it feel quality enough to make an entire?
I'm pretty sure these are 3D printed. They glow in the dark. Get them. Guy I used to know off Etsy. I don't even think he's got his shop open right now, but they're awesome. But they're pretty slick to the touch.
Yeah.
I like those. Look good, dude. Like, can I see those again?
They look good, but they're slick.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes you can get like some.
Got like a green starlight glow.
Yeah. I like that. It kind of like reminds me of like what's that like really popular? It's like jade scales.
Yeah.
It is jade basically.
Well, it's white until it glows, and then it's jade.
Look who is in the house. Maddie himself. What's up, buddy?
The master of the pickle spear.
Hey, Maddie.
What is the pickle thing? Is that from like their
I made him a pickle fork, but I just came up with the master of the pickle spear.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this stupid camera. There you go.
You saw the nuclear pickle.
No.
I think he was off on that live.
Yeah. Like I can hear it. Let's see. Echo?
Phone decided to blow up.
My computer's like frozen right now. Nuclear pickle.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
think I
why.
was there for that one.
Oh, okay, I can remove this. It's going slow because I still have my screen sharing.
Shameless plug from BakpakB.
No snap.
I
Whose screen is that? That's not mine.
don't know.
That was one I had up a minute ago. Your screen disappeared from the bottom.
There you go. All right, there you go. It's all. It's gone now. Yeah, I wanna make some of those designs, but it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah, like I don't want to rush into it when I'm so busy with the kids. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
Maddie just sent me a picture of the nuclear pickle.
There you go, saving me time. I don't have it on the phone. All my pictures are on the one I'm using for the stream, but
You ever just like use a computer and all of a sudden like not know how to use it? Dude, whenever anybody's looking at like work on my computer when I'm like presenting, I like forget how to speak and I forget how to. It seriously happens every single time.
Oh yeah,
Um,
look, I'm with you. And the
yeah,
damn laser pointer don't work.
right, dude, like totally. And then I'm
Can't
just like, I was
fucking.
so calm a second ago. I'm still calm. It's just like I can't think of words.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. Let me see. I'll share this. It's like a huge fork.
yeah, you got to be able to get down in the jar
What knife
for
show were you
pickles.
at today, Cheeto? What knife show was today? And then Armor sent me pictures today. Curiosity up, Cheeto.
That's the pickle right there. Look at that glow, dude.
I'm
What
not.
material is that? You don't see it?
Oh, there we go. Oh
Chromatic
yeah.
EDC. That's what I'm
You
going to make the coins with.
you made that, Brian?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm on a computer and a phone today, so I can share screens for things. What did I want to look at? Is there anything like? Oh, I saw a Neve's knife. I don't know what number knife it is, but one of Neve's designs is really sick, dude. It's not. I think
Yeah, the power
it's
can go out and Maddie can still see his pickles in the jar.
it's called the Felon. Have you guys seen the Felon?
Yeah, he
Because I know
that's the
Rio.
one he named after his dad, or not named after, but like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
or whatever he said. He had a whole story on the video that he just dropped.
Oh, really? I'll have to watch it.
I know Riot turned him down for making a knife called the Felon at one point. He wanted to name a previous knife the Felon, and they wouldn't do it.
Yo, Crispy in here still? Yo, I still have that knife. I have to add a clip to it. I've held that way too long, but I'll get it out soon. It's not in the mail. I actually have a different tracking number for you because you ever like buy tracking and hold on to something so long that it refunds you from a pirate ship?
Wow.
I do that a lot, dude. So no, it's not lost, which is good, but I have it still. In dark matter. Um, Yeah, I have. Do you know what I've been really into is editing again, dude. So like I'm super focused on my YouTube stuff right now.
This orange glow is going to be the 2-year
Oh,
coins
thanks, buddy.
for
Hey,
Natisfactions channel.
I've got a
Well,
question
that's
for you. I got to go grab something, Mike. I want you to see it so that you can give me some ideas. Give me just
These will be mint in state once I get some stickers made.
what are you gonna? It's gonna be a what exactly? Like EDC coin type thing you carry?
Yeah, like a poker chip. This is the
Yeah,
exact
poker
diameter
chip's
of
a
a
really cool
poker chip.
idea.
So,
That's a great idea. Could you like mix together colors to make it look like the design of a poker chip, kind of in that way, or is that tough?
no, I could. I thought of what I'm thinking about doing is having the edges of the stickers be clear and put like that the black lines in it to make the stripes. But
Yeah,
that's why I got to get with you is help design the sticker how I want it to be.
yeah, dude. Just message me and we'll knock it out together. Um, that's the way. Like, yeah. Uh, I haven't been keeping track of how many design things I've been doing, but I just been like keeping people on a message while I do it and sending stuff because like it gets it done so much faster. That's
I'm
cool.
putting these
You got
together for
those
you,
tins.
Backpack.
That's cool. I want what is it for? Is that I would have put a coin in there? Is that what I
Oh
said?
no, this is your
No.
stash for survival
This is
stuff. You got the
Stevie.
Ranger Bad. Comes with a button lock razor knife. That I bought.
Evie, what
So
up?
a USA made Pry Striker bottle
You know
opener.
that is dope, dude. Who made that?
Rogan USA out of Florida.
Oh, I know. I see their stuff, and I'm always like, Joe Rogan.
Got a spark pad, so you'll use this to put down to put your tinder on, spark it, and then
All those times
you
I'm
can dump that
Tindering,
right into your fire
Tindering in the
bundle.
design studio of a
The
TV network every
backside's
day.
not finished. You can actually strop a blade on that leather.
That's cool.
Maddie could break the internet with
It'll
this stuff.
have a
Maddie knows what
magnifying
he's doing. I'm
lens
ignoring
with a ruler in it. So if you got a rule, you have another way to start fire or see things if you got to magnify something.
I like
And
that. That's
then
really cool.
each one will have not one of these, but a custom awl and a ferro rod.
Ooh, dude. And what are you calling it again?
It's as a stash or EDC survival kit or car kit or whatever, wherever you want to stash it. You can put it in your bag, throw it in
Yeah.
your wife's car.
Yeah, that's good, dude. It's tiny. Those
Every
cases, it's so
vehicle I
funny that
have, I've got
you got one of
equipment
those.
in.
And then it's got like
Something.
the lobster rubber bands, right?
Yeah, that's a Ranger band.
So,
Yeah.
Brian, I want to show you something and tell you a quick story how it happened. When I first started pouring epoxy, I didn't bother with learning exactly how much to pour up per mold. So I
Yeah.
always had epoxy left in my mix cup. So I had this empty jar, plastic jar sitting around, some multivitamin jar. And every time I would do that, I would just pour whatever was left in the cup into the jar. And now the jar is full,
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
and I have
Break
no
it.
That's
idea what
awesome.
to do with it. I don't know what to. I don't want to throw it away.
That's dude, just make something out of it. That's
Yeah.
like take the glass, smash that.
Well, this is plastic. Yeah, I was gonna cut this
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Dude,
I
that's a
thought
really
about
good
making
idea.
a cup
Dude,
out
I
of it.
could
That's
I
kind
could take that to the bandsaw, cut multiple pieces, and make like I could probably
Yeah,
even get
man.
a couple scales, ferro rod.
there's even a line of glitter epoxy in there. There's all kinds, and this
I
dark.
love that.
You can tell how much purple I wasted. That was a way a
Oh,
lot.
dude, I could put that on the lathe and make you like a cup.
Well, I'll get that to you, and you can do whatever you want to with it. I'd like to see something. I just don't want to throw it away because
I like making one-off
$30 worth of
things.
Dude, you gotta start making nuts, B. I mean,
Making what?
nuts, like brass knuckles.
Oh yeah, I want to. I just got to come up
That
with a
seems like
good.
it's right up your alley, dude. Do it on screen, Shane. Let's break it.
Well, it's plastic.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So that's
I'm leaving you. You can break it still.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm printing this now, so hopefully.
So, what color do you guys think would look best through this Ultim for glow?
Like the pair
I'm
with
thinking,
it?
yeah.
Like a dark marble carbon fiber?
I
Or
know
you want a color that bumps?
I could get knife scales out of this, but I don't know who would want it other than somebody that knew how it came to be.
Right.
But that's the whole story.
Right.
I'm thinking,
exactly.
no, I'm getting so Bluminati sent me these, and I'm going to make some stuff out of it. But I want to plug that center with a glow rod so it shines through the Ultim.
Mm.
I was thinking orange.
I like that. That's cool.
Stevie said orange.
Orange will look pretty though. I think that Ultim kind of goes with anything, dude. Like,
I tried to get
yeah,
into the glow. I bought some glow mica, but I didn't bother reading the directions. So I thought I could add the same amount of powder to my epoxy that I add when I'm just trying to color it, and it doesn't glow at all. Apparently, with glow, you have to add a lot of glow powder.
So this right here is
I can only
powder.
imagine. It's probably wild.
This is powder out of the drill shavings from the stuff I get from Chromatic.
Right.
And did you see the mushroom I hand carved for Stevie?
Yeah.
No, let me see that, dude.
That glow is just from putting this into my lacquer.
That's
Oh wow.
nuts.
It's
You love
odd you
glow, but
showed that
for
though.
good reason. It's so fun, dude. And then it's
It's odd
actually
you.
functional too.
It's odd you
So I
showed that
grind it
though.
up into a good dust, mix it into the lacquer, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
it's such an
painted it on multiple
artiste.
layers.
I've got some drill press shavings of some epoxy and some G10 that I'm about to start gathering that up and mixing it in epoxy, so I'll have a hard transition of color. You know what I mean? It'll be mixed
Yep.
in, but it won't be muddied up where they meet because it'll be yeah. I love epoxy work. I just hate scale work. I love playing with the epoxy to see what I can do, but
Yeah, I have a lot of like just epoxy I got at one time because I wanna mess with it just to make cool things. Yeah, but I've never taken the time to dive into it. It's on the very long list of things I want to try. You know what I mean?
I found a local material store that has all of that crap, and I'm like, nope, I'm getting too
Yeah.
many things in the fire as it is, and I'm like, I gotta concentrate
Right.
on. I can't keep. It would be nice to
I hear you, dude. I
make
think
some of
that
my
like
own materials,
that's kind of
but
smart because you can get stressed thin like really fast. I've done that a million times. Like just
if I
getting
were
so
to start
excited.
making it, the fact
Right.
that chromatic pours such good glow,
Their stuff
Shane
looks
can
really
do
good.
resin. I think if I do anything, I'm gonna make some presses so I can
Oh,
start
that's Stevie.
doing my Carta.
well,
That's
Stevie's
dope.
looking for somebody to do some
I know
Carta.
he is, but I don't want to commit to that yet.
Me too. I'm the same way. I know I can do it, but if I ruined that shirt, I'd never forgive myself.
Oh, I would make multiple batches before I did a shirt, but
Right.
I mean, my card is probably one of my favorite materials, so I should do it. But
Right.
It's such a good material.
It really
Um,
is.
perfect for knives. I wonder like what was the first use case for it? It probably was used for something. Because how do you make my cars? Just layers of
Well, my
cloth?
circuit
Carta
boards and stuff, they were
circuit
using
board.
it
That was
uh,
before
Yeah,
plastic.
yeah.
You
like a
remember?
lot of the old guitar amplifiers too. They used my Carta to build the housing,
Yeah. You remember?
Yeah,
electronics and shit.
You remember seeing the ladies at the switchboard backpack when you would make a
yeah,
phone call back
yeah,
back?
yeah. Totally.
That was that whole wall was micarta. That's how they
That's wild.
insulated. That's how they insulated from one line to another because micarta is a really
Ah.
good insulator. And when you buy
This is a
Westinghouse
USA knife
micarta,
that you can
that's
get
where
some
it
nice
came from.
burlap my card on.
Hold on, what's that? What'd you say, Shane?
Oh,
Shane,
I said when you buy your old vintage Westinghouse micarta,
that's
that's
where
where
it
a
comes
lot of
from?
it come from was old phone company buildings, the switchboards and all that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
B,
that's
that's
why
what
it's so.
my card is that.
This is burlap. It's pretty sure Buck makes this knife, but it's for Cabela's.
Oh yeah, you show that knife. That's so crazy that the whole wall of that switcher was my card. I think there should be more like old fashioned stuff that is turned into handles and stuff. Like
Everything we have
it,
now that's made out of plastic, back then, before there was plastics, there was micarta.
right.
Plastic took over for micarta.
I used to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
pest control for AT&T here in Michigan.
Yeah.
In
right.
one of their buildings in Grand Rapids, it connects to the sewers because all the fiber optics and stuff go down there. So they were getting a bunch of roaches coming up into the building. So
Ugh.
I was there every friggin' 2 weeks doing jobs for a while and going through the basement and gutter of this building. And there is so much kick ass shit that no one in that place
Right.
even cares or even like they had a mill sitting in the basement of this thing that no one uses. Just
Oh, that
all
hurts my
kinds of
heart, man.
stuff everywhere.
Weren't we talking about this like the other week that like if we ever hit the lotto, like people go buy cars or like go buy like big houses. I would just literally buy a machine shop. That's it.
A shop.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
then invite all my friends to stay there. That'd be so sick.
I'd
Well,
have to
see,
buy a
That,
machine shop and then hire Sawtooth Dave to come teach me how to use it all. But
that's a good way to go.
Juan
Oh,
Crow
that's
says
cool.
George Washington invented Sparta. Maybe
If I want enough, and people were willing to get into the compound, I think we have enough talent to make U.S. knife resurgence.
But the
Dude,
sad thing is,
the revolution.
I have access to a mill. He's told me to use
That's
it
cool.
anytime I want to, but I don't know how to use it, so I don't.
YouTube videos, dude, they'll teach you everything. It just takes forever to learn. Like,
Yeah.
but just do what you're doing with the knife stuff. Because, like, how many knives do you think you've made in the past 6 months?
50 or so, 60,
Yeah, that's a lot.
50 to 60.
Where do you learn the techniques to do it? Like, how did you start?
YouTube. When I
Yeah,
first started, it was all from YouTube. Walter
yeah.
Sorrells. You guys know who Walter Sorrells is? He
No,
has thousands of videos on YouTube about knife making. I'll
yeah, that's
probably
cool.
learn more, though, spending one day at Super Still Steve's house
That's
watching him
cool.
make knives. But no, I take that back. The biggest steps I've made was I had a bunch of knives that I had ruined, and I hated that they were heat treated pieces of steel just laying there. And
Yeah,
when I learned how to fix a bad grind, that's when I learned how to do a good grind. Does that make any sense?
yeah. Yeah.
That was the
Do
biggest.
you usually do it by hand or like yeah, you do it by hand, but do you have like an angled guide when you're doing it?
I use a jig. Yeah,
Yeah.
I use a
Cool.
jig.
What type of sander are you using?
The cheapest? No, it's not the cheapest. Multi-Tool sells an attachment that bolts to the side of a standard bench grinder. Any bench
Cool.
grinder with a 5/8 shaft, you can bolt this attachment to, and it has a platen and a small contact wheel. They
Yeah,
also make one with an 8-inch contact wheel that I'm fixing to buy. That's what I've
that's
been using
cool.
this whole. So I've literally got $500 in my grinder.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
now
that's
there's
like
things it
such an
can't do.
important tool.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
things it can't do, but what I tell everybody is, I big nice 2x72.
Shane, do you watch
Yeah.
auctions?
But until my talent surpasses my equipment, then there's no point in buying new equipment. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
that's a really good mentality because a lot of people do the opposite.
Right.
I might be guilty of that where you get so excited about something, you get all the gear for it, but then like you burn out and like the focus is wrong. But that's awesome that you're doing it that way
Yeah.
because it's a
I
marathon.
agree, but
Like,
another thing to watch is if you know, keep an eye out for used things, especially in auctions,
yeah, you
because
send me those all the time. Totally.
you can miss awesome deals that would have doubled your production. And it's like,
Right.
The problem
some
is,
people are stupid. They'll pay more than what retail is in an auction, so you got to watch
Yeah,
that shit too.
you gotta
But
research that too.
if
Yeah, you think you're
you're,
getting a deal.
I have
I
access to everything I need, but it's all spread around the county. Like my media blaster's at another guy's house, and the
Mm,
mill is 20 minutes from here.
that's
So I have
funny,
to drive
dude.
in all these different directions to
Yeah.
use everything that I need. If I wanted,
Oh,
two
that.
months
Yeah.
ago, I could have got a professional HRC testing machine for
yeah.
$10.
Wow.
And
Where
now
can
it's,
you order them online, or no, you have to go to the auction? That's what makes it
no, they
different.
only had one. A place shut down, and
Mm,
the stuff comes into this auction. And I saw it because I looked well before the day of the auction, right? And I put it in things to watch, and I was busy that day, and I didn't think, plus it's a big ass machine. Like this is a real
yeah,
fucking HRC test
yeah.
machine.
You're gonna
They're
think
not.
this is funny,
They're not
but
joking around.
I have
And
I have found 3 places here in town within 5 minutes of my house that have HRC testers, and I love going to this same one because every time I go and have the guy does it for me. He sits them up there, HRC. He's
I
I
like
don't know how
that.
old he is, but he's an old timist. And every time he HRC tests my knives, he's like, "These are all failures. These are all no good." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because it's his 66 HRC. You got to go back and temper it." And I'm like, "Oh no! This is exactly where I want it." he can't
Right. I was
wrap
like,
his
wait a
mind.
second, dude.
He can't wrap his mind around the fact that they're not 58. You know,
Why? Because he thinks that's the best you can get, or something? Is that like why?
because he's
Why?
an old timer, dude. That's what they shot for. 5860 on everything, pretty much.
Yeah. He does. He's like,
Well, that's just what their steels were capable of.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's never
Yeah,
heard.
he's thinking of the old steels that if he went that high, it was brittle as shit. So
Yeah.
he's telling
Right.
Shane, you need to go back and temper this, or this stuff's gonna break.
When I took him to K390 the first time and he tested it, he turned around and told me, he's like, "You got to temper these before you bring them to me." I'm like, "It has
Right.
been tempered." And he's like, "Well, you know, 7's no good." I'm like, "Just write it down, man. We're good."
So, where do you do your heat treat, Shane?
At my shop.
He does it himself. He bought an oven.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's huge.
Yeah, I
You
would.
get like full control over one of the most important parts of like
Right.
making something. Dude,
And
I
I
saw a
was
huge
super
machete you
scared.
made recently. It's dope.
I was super scared to do it on my own, but I talked to Super Still Steve, Alex Steingraber, and Brian Kim. And
Yeah.
all three of them told me, they're like, "Man, there's no special dance. We don't stand on our head." He's like, "It's just a
Right.
protocol. Follow the protocol." And this was the biggest thing when Alex Steingraber told me, he's like, "If you do exactly what I tell you, your heat treat will be every bit as good as mine."
That's awesome.
That felt good to hear. And I did it, and I wouldn't have, I take them, have them HRC tested. They always hit.
Right.
Goal
That's great.
I'm using his path to get there.
Mm. Well, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I love that dude. Is really nice about sharing information. You know, some people don't, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, but a ton of people do. Most people do.
He
People
can be
that
a
are,
little abrasive if you cross him.
yeah, definitely. That's like what he's known for.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure that I liked him when I first met him, but now he's
Right.
been super good to me. I can message him
Yeah,
anytime.
he actually,
day or
yeah,
night.
he's got a rough exterior, but he actually has a big heart.
He does.
I wasn't sure if I liked Kunwu at first, but I'm pretty sure now.
But I'm pretty
Whether
sure
I
I
do or
definitely
not.
don't like him.
You
Let's
see
go, Josh. Let's
Did you
go.
see
Did you
my-
notice Shane's name tonight?
Did you notice my name back?
I can't even see it.
My name
I
on
don't
the
know.
screen?
They're not coming up.
No, they're not.
We gotta go to the right. We have to go to the right view. There we
There
go.
we go.
I've never even
Shane.
touched a Kunwu. If I've held a Kunwu, it belonged to John Evans. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
That's funny.
When I was at REC last summer, Tri-State was there, everybody, and people were handing stuff out to look at. And I asked every time before I touched knife, I said, "Is this Kunwu?"
Dude won't even touch him.
Uh,
Have you seen his girlfriend, Brian?
who's that? Tri-State?
No, Kunwu, the guy that owns Kunwu, Sergio.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Him and I have no contact.
Yeah. Well, his girlfriend is like John Evans' dream woman. He's been following her for years on Instagram. I can't remember Lady something. She's English, I think. I can't remember her name now, but John's just obsessed with this woman, and now she's dating Kunwu.
Ron, the short and quick part of it is, he came at me because I made a comment about a knife design of his.
It's gonna get explained again, dude. People are gonna be like,
no,
I will explain the beef totally.
Words were mixed, and he got caught in lies and bullshit, and he didn't want to admit it. And then he tried to get nasty with me, and
that was
ran his mouth after he kicked me out of the chat.
And
short story is, he stole a design and then tried to lie to cover it up.
Yeah,
and had receipts, and now he don't like.
Oh man, yeah, dude, your rap name needs to be something like
that's her, Brian. Countess Anne is her name.
Oh yeah.
She's attractive.
Who is she dating?
The guy that owns Kunwu.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, she makes tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
Sergio from Kunwu.
Yeah, it shows, and always has her boobs smashed together and smokes cigars.
Yeah,
Pretty much how you sell stuff.
Yep.
You're 100%.
I may
right,
or may not have a couple of her things. I don't even know what they were.
Hey guys, Neve's first viral video, the thumbnail was Kara's butt.
Yeah.
It worked, man. It just works. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
What's up, Josh?
I can say that because he won't deny it. You know, a knife clipped onto her umbros with the outline of her butt was the first video he had that really went viral.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need some butts on those thumbnails to get Shane to watch.
The funny thing is, I don't even think Loot didn't even have that big of an issue with it, and that was his knife that I didn't like that he was lying about. This Kunlun
Oh,
guy.
really?
But what
Oh,
set
so it
it
was
off?
Crispy
so
critter.
it
What
wasn't
set it
close.
off is when the
It was a
fucker
close
kicked me
time.
out of the group and thought that I could be his punching bag with him and his fanboys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they were just talking shit about me for fucking a day or two till I went back in with my wife's account. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker.
Hey, I'll tell
My
you right
turn.
now,
My
every
turn.
knife I've made has been inspired by something. So it's not hard to connect one knife to another. But
Yeah,
just
I mean,
but
totally.
I'll admit it. And like, yeah, man, that was I love that knife, so I changed it up a little bit and made it my own.
I think there's nothing wrong with that, like at all.
I
And
didn't
like,
even I didn't say it was a copy. I said it
yeah.
looks similar to, and other people
And
had said the
he
same thing.
he
And
Right.
then
took
what
issue
set it
with
off is
that.
he goes, "What one? I don't even know what knife you're talking about." And then he
Yeah.
unfollowed Loot after he had already talked to Loot about it. It's like, dude, you're such a lying piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think that some people can't like talk like design of things, uh, and like comparing designs without thinking they're being like called out when they're just like, hey, it does. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like we're like come like even being tough about it. It's just hey, that kind of reminds me of that. Big deal. Like that's cool. I like that knife. Like something like that.
Right.
I mean, there are instances where it's like it is a direct ripoff, and that's where
Look, man,
that's
you
my
have to
line.
make a handle that fits people's hands, and then you
Yeah,
have to make a cutting. There's only so many things you can do.
right. It needs to have
And
a
a lot of
blade
that
on
stuff
it.
people are doing on the spine, that's aesthetic,
Yeah,
purely aesthetic, just to make the knife look a little different. So,
yeah, yeah.
my
Exactly.
my heathen is definitely influenced by a Strider, but the knife doesn't look like a Strider. But it's definitely inspired by his knife.
Yeah, how many? You know how many knives are inspired by Strider? Like
Right.
you're completely right. And in what I do, like on a daily basis at work with like all the design stuff, I pull my first step is always pulling reference, so I
Right.
understand what's out there and like and then I find things that I like and I'll mix and match. That's how you create, dude. Like that's the
Exactly.
literally the
I'm friends with the guy that used to be his shop manager at Strider.
yeah
And I asked him, what Mick would think, and he's like, "Man, he'd be honored that you made something inspired by his knife." He's like,
exactly, dude.
he just don't want you stamping fucking Strider on it.
Yep.
So I get
Boom.
it, right?
Totally, dude. That's exactly you nailed it. Like
Yeah.
if you're like remember that guy that I don't know what if they're still doing that, but he was saying he was like made in the U.S. Like stuff like that is like
Hoback.
obviously
I don't think.
yeah. Hoback
Yeah.
was but it was the guy that was OEMing saying he was a USA OEM,
Oh,
but he
M3 Tactical.
every tactical, yeah.
Yeah.
That type of stuff
So
is
I know
like
people got issues with Gonzo because they've
yeah,
somewhat
right.
stolen
Lands
designs.
too.
I don't think they're near as bad as Effingro. I don't think they've done 100%. But
Yeah,
before I even knew, I bought this knife a long time ago, and this is a Gonzo. I love this damn thing.
Dude,
I think
Gonzo
so.
got me into knives.
This
Yeah,
thing, I guess people don't like it because it looks like a lion steel,
yeah. Lions
right?
still totally.
Yeah,
But lion
Yeah,
steel doesn't make a crossbar lock.
I
So
remember when I had a Gonzo coming on the
yeah.
front porch every 4 or 5 days.
Hmm.
this
Gonzo got me
thing,
into knife collecting,
Totally.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
and for the price, they're
If
great knives.
I just love the crossbar
yeah.
lock. This thing is a working
That might look better
machine.
than the lion steel itself. It might even look better. Like
Yeah. It
it's just
might not be
like,
as soft.
yeah, right. Yeah, at least so.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
right. You're right, Doug. It's probably a better heat treat than steel. In all
I
honesty,
it
Yeah.
probably
I mean,
is.
it's well, look. There's a guy at
Gonzo
work.
did D2 well for production.
This isn't even D2. This is 440.
Yeah.
oh snap!
Old fella at work carried an Elementum every day. Loved it. I gave him one of those sin cut scepters I had,
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
and he is in love with this thing. He's carrying it now, and he just thinks it's the best knife he's ever had. And it's just it's what everyone likes.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you give somebody that doesn't understand like the depth of the knife world a good knife, It like changed. Like I've changed people by doing that, just because they're like, "What is this?" And like, dude, this is the tip of the iceberg, dude. You could
Yeah,
join. You could join us.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the boss man buying that Asher the first time I sent him a link, and now he carries it constantly, beats on it.
That
It's
kid
Right.
gives somebody a Ozark Trail, shows him how good it
Yeah.
cuts, and then he's like, got his trench coat. I'm trying to get rid of all these.
man, you would not believe how many Kershaws and budget knives I used to unload at the old office with all those blast jets and
I know.
truck
You used to tell
drivers.
me like you would. Totally.
But I
Something
Man,
about
it was
What's up,
seeing the
killer.
knife.
BDD?
I gave away over
Yo.
$4,000 in budget knives in a year span.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
just when I decided I wasn't going to carry Chinese knives anymore, I gave them all away.
Yeah.
And many of those people are now buying Spyderco's.
Right.
I got that. I planted that seed, and now they've progressed. And
Totally. That's cool.
the drama in the knife community has always intrigued me, though, because I have people that dislike me because of my opinion on Chinese manufacturing. However, I spent over an hour last night having a conversation with Vu Fan. I want the
Yeah.
very best for Vu. You know what? Regardless of who he's working for, I want him to be.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. David at
Boo Fam is
OI,
one of the nicest guys in the community.
absolutely. And one of the hardest working guys in the community.
And just to point out another thing, the Kunwu guy was a prick to him as well.
Oh, but
that's reason enough not to like that dude.
I'm
Anybody
an
that's a
asshole.
prick to Vu,
I'm an asshole and I know it, so
yeah.
I could have
no,
been
you have a
part
huge
of
heart,
that.
dude. You have a huge heart.
I could have been part of that problem. But Vu, I guarantee you that guy wasn't.
Right.
The thing that drives me back to the Chinese market is the fact that American design and manufacturing is almost a little stale
It
and
is.
vulgar. Because
in the lower affordable price range, but I think
this
that like in the
That's the
700
thing.
to
People don't
1,500
want to
range,
spend the
we're
money
killing it.
for American manufacturing.
Right.
I mean, Keto is and Reich.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Magnets. I mean, what they're putting into it for 300.
Right.
But then we got
is
American Blade Works. They're like doing awesome stuff for decent prices,
he's the
and like so
oddity.
he is, dude. And but you see
I'm okay
like
with Taiwan.
Steingraber doing like when he does like his fixed runs for $150,
Yeah.
that's so there are people like pushing back, but I think you're like there is. Hey, I love Chinese knives because of the
I
same
haven't
thing too.
announced
Like,
this anywhere else. I don't know how far down the line this is,
yeah,
but I am currently working on a design with American Blade Works.
with who?
American Blade Works.
Oh,
That's
sick,
sweet.
dude. That's awesome.
And let me tell you this, B. If he made 5 of them and sold them,
yeah,
I would be.
Well, you can guarantee.
dude.
Yeah, you can guarantee whatever goes on that site is sold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a waiting because the
What a
secondary
value,
on
dude.
them is ridiculous.
Right. We're working out the details.
Josh, this
right
thing
now.
is a grail from day one, and
That looks
it's
like a
what
Pro
the Narrows wants to be.
What is that?
It's
What the
the
Narrows
Cold Steel
wants to be.
FM1.
It's a what?
Cold Steel FM1.
I've never seen that. I
S35
like that
in
a lot.
titanium.
Is that the new thinner, lighter pocket knife they just released?
This one's been out for about a year now, I think, almost. But yeah.
Cold
then they've
Steel
got
FN1?
FM-1.
Like
And
FM on the radio?
then they've got one that's similar in blade shape design that's also S35 that's about to drop. It's called the Swift 3. And it's an assisted Atlas lock or something. It's crazy. So it'll drop halfway and then but it's a sweet looking knife. That one. And then they're also redropping they're redropping the Colossus, which is like the kukri shill and cutter looking.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
this
that one
thing gets a
specifically the
ton of
best.
pocket time. It's
I'm gonna grab
replaced
my American
the
Blade Works.
Silver Eye as my most carried Cold
Wow.
steel.
Well, oh yeah, I always forget that's a cold steel too, dude. I was like, it's a Kershaw. It's not. It's pretty wild.
Well, my
Yep.
most carried knife, and I don't think I'll ever, I don't think I'll
And the
ever,
Engage.
I don't think anything's ever going to win out over that just because of the time. But I carried a CKRT M16 for 8 years.
My dad loved that knife.
Yeah, I never had an issue with it. Didn't know that there was better knives out there. In all honesty,
Right. I
but
carried an LCK. Remember that knife from CRKT?
yeah, I
Yeah.
loved that MC. I loved the shape, the design language. I was a huge fan of that knife. And then I
In all
discovered
reality, that's probably my most carried in the
what is
last
that?
2 years.
What is
The
that?
Kershaw
Federal.
Federalist.
A what?
The USA Kershaw Federalist.
I've
It's
I
never.
carry that every day now in that Viper pouch. It's in there. That's
Yep,
a great
that's why
knife.
it's always with me. This is my Viper Aid pouch with my tourniquet, flashlight, and pry bar.
And we both have the same colored scales, which is sick. That'd be
I've
the
been carrying this only because my Mannix is at Kyle Coonley's having AWT scales put on it. I wish I could get aftermarket scales for this.
what
This
is that
made
one?
me- It's the Police 4 in K390. It's a 4-inch blade. It's a big knife.
Dude, it's so big. I love that.
Yeah, this is what made me
That's
fall
what she
in
said.
love with. Look at this. Now look, I'm right at the bottom of the handle, just so you can see, and that's how much handle I have left. So I could go
Yeah.
way up and then up into the choil. You see how much handle hangs out? It's a big
Yeah, that's
knife,
pretty crazy.
but this made
Sometimes
me
you just
fall
gotta
in love
carry a
with
big knife,
it.
dude. Oh, carry a
Man, that
yeah,
damn
yeah.
from traditional pocket knives, that Appalachian Ridge Runner.
Dude, there's some. I saw
That's
another
a
cool
big
one.
ass knife, man.
Yeah,
I had this
With a
out
little
when
man.
I was waiting for you to pop that up, Shane, when you said the only knife you can.
that's my favorite knife by far, dude. If I had
Which
to pick
one?
one knife to keep, it would be my Mannix.
The
Yeah,
Mannix
I
2.
love the Mannix, dude. I
Yeah.
can't. It's
There
not
are
my. It's
knives
not
that
my.
I can
It's not
say
my
are
top dog, but it's up in my top 30.
What do
there
you
are
got
knives
there,
that I
Doug?
can say are better at different things, but that's as far
What
as
was
all
that?
around, that's my favorite.
What was
I
what?
love my Shaman, which I'm
That
bringing
last
around.
knife
That.
you had up. What is that?
Ooh, about dropped it. That Appalachian Ridge Runner from traditional pocket knives.
Hey, since we're here, B, I want to show you something. Hang on.
Big ass slip joint. I mean,
Dude, I love the blade on that thing.
yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, that's
That's
sick,
nice.
dude.
Another badass QSP from them.
Your
I
I was
think
just being
QSP
eventually he'll
quiet
get
and I
that.
look in the background and I see the blade and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell was that?
1, 2, 3. It's almost a 4 inch. It's right at a 4 incher in a slip joint.
That's my printer.
I'm gonna buy one. This isn't the pass around, but I'm gonna have Terry make another slip because the big
I gotta get a
slip that I
Terry
was gonna
slip.
put it in is not
Yeah.
fucking big enough.
If they
I'm
got a
building it.
design you like, Josh, get it. I mean, they're all made by Hogue or
I don't even want to
Which
talk
one are you
one
about
of the
the
talking
other
name.
about?
USA companies.
I
Oh,
wanted to say something about
CRKT's high end.
up church comment. Everybody started with that paraframe, dude. Do you guys all have a Gerber paraframe?
I had one.
I'd
I
That's
never
don't
like
think
seen
I've
one
It
got
was
one
in the desk at
anymore.
work.
I
until
don't
I
have one
tried to
anymore.
sharpen one and realized that you can't even sharpen that knife.
Yeah,
It
For a
I
literally
mean
long
that used
time,
to
I
be
had
like
them in
top
bags,
end for
like
me.
stash knives, but
Yeah,
I've got so many knives now, even my stash knives are not cheapos.
I
yeah.
got this in on loan from Jeffrey Dawson, and
What's that? Ooh,
the
me
Bodation.
like you,
Big Xiaomi.
dude. That's like a little shaman or a big shaman.
It's the
What?
same
How big?
size, but in all honesty, if you really look at the lines, it reminds me more of a Lamia from SPK than it
Dude,
does.
that too. That came to mind too. Totally.
Yeah,
What type of lock does it have?
it's
Top compression.
it's compression. It's exact same as the Shaman, but it doesn't have the finger troll. But
Nice.
I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it's. Everybody keeps saying it's the same knife, but I don't think so. I mean, I like it a lot. I will
This
say
is my
one thing
baby, dude.
with the AWT scales. If you look how
Yeah.
close, like I have to really pinch the compression lock way.
This one's going to DVD, Cheeto.
All right, so look right there, guys. You see how far over I got that compression lock? It's
Yeah.
still not. It's still not unlocked.
That's pretty crazy.
So with the AWTs, you have to push it way far over to get it disengaged. Now maybe Jeffrey's gotten used to it and is better at it than I am, but
Mm.
I can't one-handed close it because of
Oof.
that. But I have bad hands. But
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit expensive for what it is.
What do they come in at?
I think they're $270.
Yeah, they're almost
USA?
like, yeah.
They're USA, man?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't see it being more expensive than the Shaman anyway. That I don't know.
There's definitely problems with the Shaman that like needed to get fixed and they never did.
Well,
I don't know if they're still making the choil that hits your finger.
Yeah, that's it. I just eased it on out the door. It just wasn't right.
Yeah. The reason why I like the Bodacious more is because of the flat scales. I'm not a fan of contoured scales. For me,
Have you tried a CME on that, Shane?
It's not mine.
Okay.
It's just Jeffrey's. I am a fan.
I was asking because DVD was asking.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, and he also loaned me this. I want to do this while we're on air, by the way. This is the Stretch 2XL. Yeah, so it's definitely smaller than the Police 4, but this is in the Carpenter's version of crew wear. That's that PD1N micro melt or whatever.
That's awesome.
But that's
I
a
love
great
the color
time
on that too.
if you don't mind the back lock. I don't have a problem with back locks.
I like back locks.
I don't fidget though, so
I fidget with back lock. Like you can totally do that.
All that action thing doesn't. None of that phases me. I don't mind closing my knife as long as I can open it easily. That's all I care about.
Right.
Is that a DeVille there, sir? What you got? No, I thought I have that.
Red
also.
scales. Red scales need to go on these.
Yeah,
red scales.
Your box should come out this week. I should
agree
have
with
you
you,
a
buddy.
box coming.
I like tiny women. I don't like my women curvy.
Those are milled scales, aren't they?
The Mannix
On
will
the
be back
MSI.
next week.
I mean, yeah, they're milled.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to get my Mannix back from Kyle, though, dude. He put AWT scales on it for me, so I'm really excited about that.
That's why I need a little mill so I can start making scales for nights like that, and it'll actually fit over the wires.
Right. Dude, the tonic I've never handled, Stevie. What's up, Stevie? I've never handled that.
Microtech right now. I want that. Not the MSI. What's the other one that's got a little recurve in the blade? The new Microtech.
Amphibian?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Dude, I think Microtech's having a moment.
Yeah.
With the MSI is like killer. The Stitch mine's the part right now. Once I get this RAM lock thing figured out.
I've ever owned that I felt slightly uncomfortable taking out in public. Like it is so aggressive looking.
So aggressive, dude. Mine, I got mine like
I wouldn't want to take it out in front of a group of old ladies. You know what I mean?
Totally. Like, even if you're doing something like that, like, oh yeah, we need a knife for this. Like, you can't take it out. Right. Mine, I never really get. Oh, dude, I lose words at night when I'm tired. Serrations on my knives, but I got my Stitch in a trade, so it has serrations on half of it, but it makes it look so crazy too, dude. It's wild.
Serrations are always more aggressive looking.
They've got a place too, functionally. Yeah.
Oh, they're great for cutting through. If you're doing a lot of cutting, like especially cordage, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it has a point.
I do like the size of this, dude.
The MSI is better than the Stitch, though. I mean,
definitely design-wise too, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get this Talon figured out. Because like, you can just shove this in here, and like it does work. But I'm trying to make one that like people can like install. You know.
Well, you said the super glue gets all in everything. If you use that gel, it probably wouldn't, would it?
Yeah, like sticks up like that.
Yeah.
But the one I'm doing is going to be completely integrated. But it works so well, dude. Like
you're gonna have to move quick. You're gonna have to get one made out of aluminum and one made out of stainless or titanium, and they'll sell
different
fast.
Different materials. Yeah. It's got a good name too, the Talon.
and,
But
and it's $32 for it made, and then if you
thank you, buddy.
anno it, it's 50. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I would
What makes
want
it
to like
different if you
50.
made
That's expensive, dude.
if you
I
3D
know.
printed that part, is it going to make the lock any weaker with that being
No,
3D printed? Yeah, because it's kind
no,
of like the
no.
Mannix. The ball cage doesn't matter.
Yeah, well,
The ball is doing
Yeah.
all the work. The cage can be made out of anything.
print is almost done. We're 75% done on the print, and we'll check it out.
Yeah.
But I just eyeballed it. But I measured it with my ruler, but I didn't really like line anything up. But I think I got pretty close because
So is
it's
it
really not. It's not
sherbet
super intricate,
or
you know. And then like it has a
got
hole in the
stevia
back
in
where the
there?
spring goes.
I think the ball cage would be harder to cut out than that.
Yeah.
The other thing that I did is I flattened the sides, like because I don't want to use it as the ram lock. I want to use it as a shark lock.
Right.
So you can even get scales that you still need like a little bit of the wings on the ram lock to like keep it in place, but you could get scales that cover it and completely change it.
Huh.
I'm gonna try to hit like original goat up. Be like, could you make me a pair of scales without the cutout there? You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
just you just skip a process. Should be possible.
Right. Yeah, because like the
I
lock
think
would still.
Microtech missed out on a big opportunity there because they could have jumped on that hype wagon.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 3D printing. I can show you here. It's over. I brought it down. It was normally I keep it in my shop. So we're printing this, which is a piece that goes into the ram lock area. Sorry, I can't see what I'm aiming at. The printer's over here. It failed. I'm glad I came over here. It's failed. What happened? Why, dude? Why? You see, like it's going without spitting anything out. There's a
Yeah.
jam. So dumb. All right. I'm glad I checked.
Efficiency and problems. Efficiency.
Good job, Josh.
Good job, dude.
Yeah,
If I don't
you
know what
quit.
happened. There's a jam for
Saved
sure.
him some time.
Josh could feel from the Pacific Northwest that printer wasn't working.
I hate this
He's
printer,
looking
dude. I
through
got
your
the.
windows.
I don't know
Is
why
he
when I got.
peeping?
Yeah, that's creepy. I don't know why, but the. Hold on.
You didn't seem too thrilled to regrind this blade, Shane.
No, I'd be glad to. Yeah.
I got this at a gun show like years and years ago. Some guy in Michigan made it, and I've sharpened it, and it holds a pretty good edge. But
Yeah.
he wasted so much of this damn blade. Like
He did. Yeah, certainly did. What'd be even cooler is you sent it to Sawtooth Dave and had it hologram.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not capable of. It's not that I'm not capable. I don't know that I ever want to regrind somebody's expensive pocket knife.
This
dude, do
ain't
you know how many
expensive.
things could go wrong?
Yeah, my nerves.
This isn't expensive at all.
Right.
Like if this got destroyed, oh well.
Right.
Yeah, we just have to give them like a talk. Hey, there's a chance that it could go wrong. Like that's what stinks about modding too, is if you mess up, you're like held accountable.
Right. What would have been cool, Brian? He also could have put a nice finger troll right there.
Yep.
He didn't want to make all of it a blade. That'd been it looks big enough for a finger troll.
He's got a nice one there already.
Okay, yeah, he does. Yeah.
That's a cool looking knife. What's that again, B?
It's another file knife I bought a long time ago, but you can see there's so much blade. Like he should have brought the grind up higher.
Yeah.
Could have came back another half-inch at least.
Yeah.
But
Garrett said he was trying to save some for later. That's a perfect answer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now we should be able to print. Print. Go.
I am hunting a Hinder XM18, preferably, folks.
what's up,
What,
Wes?
you're hunting one right now?
Yeah, well, the trade bait, I probably let the Alpine, probably the Axial go.
Yeah. Alpine. Which one's that? Am I just forgetting what that's
That
called?
that with that titanium handle and the
Man,
easy to swap out
Okay, yeah.
inlays.
I like that thing, but
Yeah.
I'm broke, so send it down the road.
Oh
Send it
shit!
down the
We could
road.
send it to you.
I can't handle Dougie trades.
I can't do another insurance claim right now. I just barely got this one to go through. That was fucking a bad. Even with Shipping Pirate, they were giving me some grief. It was slow moving.
Who
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 was what? You were returning something?
No, I had one on a trade show up empty. They tore the box to hell. Got two
Was it a
knives.
scammer or was it somebody that
No, I don't know if it. I don't think so, man. I've traded with this dude before.
dude, like what is going on that they like know that something valuable isn't there? How's that happen?
I
And I had
told
to
y'all how
produce that.
I've been telling y'all how to
Probably
fix it.
facilities that X-ray or something, and if someone's sitting there and
I've been telling y'all how to fix that shit for 2 years and nobody listens to me.
What's that?
Go on your printer, go on the internet, and get a screenshot of the color guard label and put that on your box, and nobody's going to open it. Color
Mm.
guard's where you send in stool samples to be tested for color intention.
I was gonna say, I was like, what is that
You
like?
label that box color guard, nobody's
That's a
open
really good idea, dude. That's great. That's genius.
it. Yeah. Put on their stool sample, all that. Just the label's right there on the internet.
It feels
But
that way, dude.
so you'll enjoy how this went. I traded a Tuya Alamo, and I was going to trade it for a Riot knife.
Mm.
It got
Speaking my
lost.
language.
I got my cash back and bought a Mac 2 3.5.
Oh, you got one? You found one? Which one? The
Yeah,
one that you said sent me? Nice, dude.
yeah. With the it should have been here today, but no, the one that's got the fighter plane graphics on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
like
I
the
love that.
Warhawk.
What?
Well,
Yeah, that's good.
it'll look good with the We the People scales on the Demco,
Yeah.
and
Love
it'll go
that.
into the shadow box.
Yeah, I
I
don't
love
think you
that.
should have traded it to you for McNeese. So it sounds like you came out all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
Oh, and
looked good
then,
with
then you
that.
have your other ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, start collecting like We the People. Once I get a laser, I could do a dope one for you.
I don't know, man. It
Oh,
just like it happened. I didn't think I was gonna like this one that much until I got it, and it just
yeah. Oh, dude.
and then that
I
red
gotta carry
ground.
mine more. I used to have like 10 of those, dude. Um, now I'm down to two, and they're just. But
You,
one of them's a transparent reground.
I keep
you,
waiting for that knife, Doug.
you traded
Which
me
one?
out of mine, B.
Did I, at one point? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, dude.
What lighter are you waiting on?
That We the
Huh?
People.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm never getting it, but I'm waiting.
Dude, yeah. I don't know why I went on such a binge of 20.5s, but like at that, I have a picture of them on all. I literally had so many, and that
Yeah.
was like when I first sold some knives. Those are what I got rid of because like duplicates are what you got to get rid of. Like, why do you need so many? But they were all pimped out too. They had
I
like
think
crazy
you had like
scales.
8. I think you told me you had 8 when.
I got up to 12, dude.
Yeah.
12 was like my final number. But now, like once you get a transparent reblade, it's really hard to carry any of the other ones.
It is.
This is it's crazy, dude.
I was
It's
getting
so
back
good.
into buying a lot of knives when the
Yeah,
20.5 dropped, and
yeah.
that's when everybody's like, "OS 10,
I like
bitching
Austin.
about the OS 10." So I avoided OS 10 for so long.
That's what happened to me, dude. Like I didn't even think that they would just like start putting it out in better steels. And then it like ruined the market for them. So I took a beating on those because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what happens when you
And I
support them
waited,
from the
never
beginning, I
bought
guess.
one, and then I'm like, you know what? I got a good deal on an OS 10 one. I fucking
Yes.
love their OS
Yeah,
10.
Austin's great, dude. It's fine. I think that's what's on my other one.
To be
Cold
honest with you,
Steel,
the reason I got rid of mine was
Cold
just
Steel does
because of
OS 10 amazing.
It was what?
all the hype about their OS 10 not being any good. I never
Oh,
carried it
really?
or used it. But yeah.
See, yeah,
If
Steel
it
can't lead
wasn't
you to
good,
a
they fixed
decision.
it because this one's OS 10 and it's There's no issue with
I
it.
wish I could remember what you traded me for that, B.
I do remember maybe one of our trades, like a Kershaw auto
No,
was one, but
I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. I'm sure it's in our conversations way back when.
yeah, I forget, dude. I have so many knives in my life.
Yeah. But I remember feeling like I got too good a deal on it. Like you,
that can happen. Sounds about right. It happens to me a
yeah.
lot.
I was like, man, B's
Uh,
being very gracious in this trade because I think I threw in something else with it just to make up for it.
oh yeah, dude. I got a Tucson, which I still have from you. You gave me
Oh
that
yeah, I gave you the
the Jelly
Tucson.
Jerry one.
Yep, the Jelly Jerry one.
Yeah,
That
that was
was
awesome.
a, that was a
That's actually
nice
one of my
looking home, man.
it's one of my favorite Tucsons, dude.
Yeah.
I really only collect Mazwan Mukhtar Tucsons now. Like that's he's oh yeah, he's a great designer. I wish he would move to using different like companies to make his knives. He only kind of works with them.
That's not true.
Who else does he work with? He has a Kubi?
This is the Kubi. The Atlas is the Kubi.
No, I'm not talking about Jelly Jerry. I'm talking about Mazwan
I thought,
Mukhtar.
I thought you
We
just said.
we were, and then I was like, but I said really the only person I collect from Tucson now is Mazwan Mukhtar.
Oh,
But
okay. I
Jelly
missed
Jerry,
that.
I guess I was wrong because I do like Jelly Jerry too. Yo, Ed, what up, buddy? Because I don't think he has any other designs. Mazwan reminds me of the dude, Miguis or whatever his name is. Like just like very futuristic-y, but like has like a traditional touch sometimes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the print's working now, so we. I just want to, dude. Imagine I got it on the first try. How crazy would that be?
It would be, but it would definitely be a getter. I mean, it's just like
Uh,
the Sparrow Strix. I'd love to have a USA made Strix, but
dude, totally.
yeah, it's a little expensive.
That's how it goes.
I mean, I'll hit one eventually, you know.
Oh,
Dude,
dude, you traded me a Benchmade Freak for that thing.
that was a good knife, and
Yeah.
it was brand new too.
And
Yeah,
I knew, I
yeah,
was like, man, I have to throw in something else. This is not enough
yeah.
for that Freak.
That's so funny, dude. Now I remember that
Well,
perfectly.
I'm glad somebody got the better of backpack on a trade. I've
Dude,
yet
what are
to.
you talking about, Doug? Doug, get out of here, bro. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
No,
In
That's
the
he
beginning,
awesome. That's awesome. I knew it. Look, he's so
in the
tuned up.
beginning,
he
dude,
was
in the
quizzing me
beginning,
on my
I
trade.
would be a ruthless trader with you. I think now he's my boy now. Now, like I'm taking watches on every deal
Doug,
now.
Doug, it wasn't just a freak. It was a super freak in M4.
Super freak,
You're
baby.
That's
probably
how
getting
good a
hooked up
deal
by
I got.
Backpack, but if you get him on the right day, where Trader B shows up,
It's a
just
son
fucking
Yeah.
of a
come back
bitch,
in a
man.
week or so because he's gonna
I
roll
have
you.
two sides, right? Because I'm like, no, dude, I'm the best. This is how. No, I mean, and then like
Mhm.
the rest of the time, I'm like, I don't really care, dude. Like, like whatever.
And hell, what you got to do is send it to him and wait for him to take it apart and start modding it and being like, I thought we had a trade
Yeah,
going.
we call that B trap. We call that a B trap.
Yeah.
And there's some of my buddies are really good at setting them. I'm looking at you, Ed.
I will admit though, B, scrolling back through that our text conversation did bring up a little bit of heartbreak, dude. There was a
Did
picture,
it?
there was a picture in there I forgot I had shared with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that spun me into a depression like nothing ever
Yeah,
has when that was
for
over.
sure.
But it's like a poor guy owning an area, so you just ain't supposed to have it.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's funny. Man,
But
time flies, dude. It really
but
helps. It really like spins me out sometimes. Like my boys are getting so big already, man. I'm like,
I mean, how
what
long have we
is?
known each
Are you
other?
calling me
3,
fat?
4 years now.
Yeah.
The first
Oh,
time,
your
Shut up,
kids.
big.
I see what you're saying.
Kid.
I thought he was
Yeah,
calling us
dude.
fat, Doug.
Now I've known all the homies and like, yeah, totally.
the first Knives Live was
Years.
in 2021, B. It's
Yeah,
4 years
that's
ago.
crazy. Are we? Did that happen last year? No. Is it
No,
gonna happen this year?
no.
Too
It's
much work.
for anybody else that wants to handle it. I just can't do it.
I bet it's insane to manage that much stuff.
None of it's insane other than managing egos, and I'm
Right.
not that guy.
Right. Which is so funny. Like,
Yeah, the
nice channel
egos
egos.
got, and
I
it's a
bet.
shame, man, because it did a, we raised a lot of money, we gave away a lot of stuff. It was
It
great.
was an awesome time, dude. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember them. Like,
yeah,
that was when I was still doing lives at like 3 a.m. to
yeah.
like, dude, what? That's crazy. I think of that
That
now. Like, I
24
gotta.
hour was awesome.
Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I told several people I was hoping Tri-State would take it over, or
yeah.
Metal Complex, one of those guys, one of their channels that could do even better, but they don't
Right.
they don't seem to want to do it. But it just got to where it was all about me, and that wasn't what it was set
Totally.
up for.
Right. It was
So,
supposed to be like a. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Oh,
people got too big.
dude, there's some
Even
channels in the knife community now that have like almost 1 million subscribers. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You got to split the algorithm. You got to figure it out.
said Stevie
Yeah, but
said,
that was
yeah,
fun.
look at that. Bearded Gear and Grady's Gear. Man, that's, yeah. They were
It's
good
fun.
times. I still got my Knives Live 2021 Hogue RSK1 that everybody pitched
Oh
in.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to use that thing recently.
That's
It
good.
was it almost went into an evidence locker.
Oh snap! Self defense.
Yeah. I never opened it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I never opened it. I just swacked the guy in the center of the forehead of it,
Ooh,
and the fight was over.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Noggin knock.
Sometimes you gotta do a noggin knock, dude.
Right. Somebody on here, I don't remember who it was in the chat, got me tickled that when I was telling everybody the story, because they said that I factory reset him. I can't remember who that was.
That's
It's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah.
I like that. How much long is left on this printer? 96%. We're almost there, dude. Oh,
Is it still
The
working?
anticipation.
dude, it's still
What's
going,
up,
dude.
Donnie?
Oh,
Oh,
Donnie
dude, it looks
Plus.
pretty good. Hold on, I gotta go get the. Because I took the piece out of the stitch to try it. So, oh, buddy. Dude, they have big bearings on the Microtech stuff. I like it.
What about?
The
Oh,
you
Now,
know what
you
I'm
remember
talking
those
about?
bearings? Y'all remember those bearings that Lefty was telling everybody to buy, and then like 6 months later, he's like, "Man, these things are fucking garbage. They were a waste of money." After he had
No, what is
everybody,
that?
I can't
The
remember.
only bearings I've heard him like talk about are skiffs.
No, dude. There was one point in time he quit with Stitch and was buying them from or Skiff and was buying them from somebody else, and
Oh,
everybody
I don't
started
remember
buying
that.
them. And then he came out and said that they wear out, they're too soft, wear out too fast, or something.
Yeah, they use some big bearings.
All
Edie
right,
said
it
they
just
were Delrin.
Delaware, right? I remember that.
Was it Delrin?
Huh.
Is that right? That don't sound familiar.
I feel like that's a
Maybe
typo for
would
them.
remember better than I would, though.
I don't know. The size looks a little wonky, but we'll see.
I don't even think. I think too many people put skiffs in knives that don't need it. Not
Right.
every knife needs damn skiffs.
And not every knife
Uh,
benefits from gifts.
I mean, pretty close. We'll see. Oh, it's like this. Okay.
Yeah, but
I have to.
skiffs are like fucking K&N air filters.
There we go. So it goes like this.
I
Oh,
mean,
man.
how many damn Ford Fiestas got K&N filters on them?
Yeah.
Because they got to get that. They got to get that extra umph to get over the road tracks.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
I used to love that when people would come in to my mechanic shop and I bought this $100 Canyon air filter. You think it's going to do any good? And I was like, well, do you drive around at wide open throttle all the time? Like, no, then no, it's not going to do you a bit of fucking good. If you look at it like you never have to buy another one, well, that's okay. However, the
Yeah.
cleaning kit costs as much as a new air filter. So, yeah, K&N only
Yep.
gives you that a slight horsepower improvement at wide open throttle. Everything else is a waste of money.
Ooh, this might fit pretty well. That's pretty crazy. It's not tall enough so the shark lock like
I
isn't
don't know.
sticking out.
I liked straight tube in the K&N onto my Jeep. It makes it sound good.
I've done it too. Yeah, I like to be able to hear that when it's sucking air in, but it's
Shit, I ain't never had a 350. I didn't flip the damn air cover
absolutely
upside
the
down on
day
it.
you bought it.
That's step one. Yeah.
Yeah, the day you buy it, you open the hood and flip that air filter lid upside
Yeah.
down so you can hear it sucking air. Even though it's sucking hot engine bay air instead of cold air from outside.
Yeah. No,
There's
shit, it don't matter. That or
counterintuitive.
that or
Yeah.
stretching pantyhose over the Ford distributor cap so the son of a bitch don't water out when you hit a mud hole.
You didn't keep your spray down with WD-40?
Yeah, man. But usually, if you got the old tree cricket, hanging around, there might be some pantyhose.
Yeah.
That's another reason I put the K&N on mine, Doug. It lifted it up to the center and off to the high right where the original air box was in the damn wheel well. Like, if I hit any damn puddle or something, I could have sucked it right up in there.
Yeah. I'll never forget when we were out mudding. Guy got water in his distributor and it wouldn't run. Dude, I took that thing off 10 times trying to dry it out, blow it. Could not get it completely dried out to run. And this drunk guy woke up in the back of a Bronco, came over, poured brake fluid in it, sloshed it around, poured it out. We put it back on the truck and it fired right up. I'd never heard that. Had no idea that brake fluid would displace water like that.
Mm-mm.
That, WD-40, all that stuff.
Shit.
So yeah, I need to make some adjustments, but it fits in there. Like,
Yeah. Is it sticking out the top enough to use it?
There we go.
no, I need to make it higher, and then I need to make it longer. So I think it's scaled down. It might have not printed this at 100% because the measurements, but dude, it slides like
Right.
so.
That's the hard part. Now you can just start adding.
I know that's what I'm saying. Now
material.
I just have to add like a little bit here because like
Just
I need to
micro
make it
adjustments till you get it.
exactly. I need to make it full size because the whole knife like sticks in based on resting up against it in two positions. So it's actually pretty close when it's open, but something on its other. Yeah, it's interesting, dude. Dude, this is gonna work. That's pretty crazy. Loving that. What?
And that's no harder to make than the little clip-on one was, is it? I mean, it's just you just put in the CAD and it makes it, right?
Yeah, the stop pin. What this pin right here? It shows on them like normally, doesn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
right there. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
Of
I think
like,
that's what he's
I
talking
mean,
about.
yeah.
There was something where they did a different gen or something. Does it mention it like on the OG scale site? There, where there's one is shaped a little bit different than another,
Yes. Though there's an older version.
and it's like it covers the spring or something, doesn't it? Or
I wonder if
there's something.
I wonder if I could add something to it so it covers that window. Part of the exposed tang sticks out.
I don't know if you get away with that.
Part of the exposed tang that sticks out right here. That's the whole. This thing needs to be sticking out more. It's supposed to be a shark lock. Yeah, I got the measurements wrong, I guess, but I'm pretty happy with like how close that is, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I see exactly what I have to do to make this better. Exactly, dude. Like we're good. No, when it's
Yeah,
close, it's
that's
close.
the only damn reason I'm keeping the
Oh,
MSI so that
this
you
right
can
here.
make.
You talking about this?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always been a turnoff to me on knives too when they have part of the I don't know. I just want a smooth transition off the back of the blade.
Yeah.
There's another really popular knife it almost looks like you could open a beer with it, but I can't remember what it was. I
Really?
believe he had one.
The Quivet?
It may have been.
The VD Quibbit had that damn bottle opener looking.
Yeah. Then they made it into.
Yeah, but I'm thinking there's another high end knife that had that or higher end that had that, and I thought
I hate
I know what you're
knives
talking
that
about.
have that like that.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's why
even.
we should all carry fixed blades. We don't have to worry about that shit.
Hell yes.
How's the action on that? It's perfect.
Dude, this is like really close. Actually, you're right. Like, you said
zero
that.
detent lash on this one, y'all. I have
That's
zero
funny.
detent lash.
Oh snap! It's almost 12
no
already.
Blade rock, no rot lock. Yeah, I'm sure Lefty would love it. Y'all think I could get? I should send Lefty one of my knives and see if he'll promote me.
That'd be awesome, dude.
You think he would?
Send him a joke wolf.
In all
See
honesty,
if he'll
do it
he
when
probably
would. He
He definitely would. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the man, dude. He'd do it. That's you would find it like he likes stuff from the community.
Yeah.
Nice.
They took the cap opener off of the Quibbit when they made it a Wii. I remember they did that.
Right, yeah. That's what I was trying to say before, is they made it a
Yeah.
Wii. It's back to the drawing board on this a little bit, but not much. I want to get it done.
We're gonna make it ugly, so you know, with the spottle opener, that it's the budget brand. Is that what they were
They
thinking?
had that maybe, but they also it had to be successful because
Well, I mean,
I actually really like the knife, and then also Kaiser made one so similar that they stopped it from being produced. Yeah, I don't know what the name is, but
even this Tucson, the shape of the back of the blade matches the contour of the handle. I mean, they don't have anything sticking out.
You have a Tucson?
It was given to me.
There's a good.
It was a gift, but I will say, this Tucson has one of the best looking grinds I've ever seen on a production pocket knife.
They've got some good stuff coming.
It has a really, really good grind.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy, dude. The tag sticks out of the MSI too. I didn't even really realize that.
Yeah,
which is pretty lazy design. I mean, it needs to hit the stop pin, but why they could have done something else to do that. All right, guys, I gotta hit the road.
Got an idea for Gareth on why his bag letter titanium scales aren't changing color when he?
Yeah. I saw you sending me some messages. I gotta check them, Gareth, because it's probably about that. I didn't look at them yet.
The only thing I know, Gareth, is I know that lower quality ties don't anodize as well as higher quality tie.
Is there anything attached to it, Gareth? Is there a washer that's like, check your washers, because if washers get stuck inside the scales and they're steel, they'll mess up your animal. So it's either that or just like Shane said, low. But Kaiser uses good titanium. I've never had issues with that. But there's also like a coating on them, a little bit on that, like a.
Well, he said he sandblasted it. So
sandblasted it.
If there was any coating, that should be off. Gareth, do you talk to Terry? Terry,
is it aluminum? Maybe it's aluminum and it's not titanium. Later.
Did they make an aluminum bag letter?
I don't think so. I thought it was. I always thought it was titanium, but I've been wrong on that before. There's so many different bag letters. It's crazy.
I didn't see that, Josh. I'll have to go check that out.
No, yeah, it's titanium. What about the? Let me see. Did you send me pictures of it? This tie in the box. Oh yeah, dude, that happens. Like I've done it before. It's like unexplainable, non-working. It's like probably the most frustrating thing to happen when anoing. So I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. I'm fighting off like a cold or something. Okay, find Gareth in here.
Got about 4 minutes, babe.
Yeah.
4 minutes for
what? It still did change color, right? The blue. Let's see.
You're muted, Brian.
You muted us.
Yeah, that is weird. What did you use? Is this your first time annoing? No,
Where the
right?
hell did
You've
he
done this
go?
before.
I don't know.
He just dropped off.
That's a good question, Terry. Because are you using a power source or using batteries? Because you can use batteries, but you get really inconsistent results with that. I think that's what Terry's getting at. Dude,
Batteries. By the
yeah,
way,
when
325, man. Congratulations.
the yeah, dude, the time flies, man. That's crazy. I mean, it doesn't fly at the same time because if there's all good days and bad days.
Yeah, but shit, it's from the time you wake up to lunch is the slow, and then everything else is fucking fast.
Yeah, no, it's true. Waking up is so brutal, dude. There's a disease about people that like can't get up in the morning. I think I have it. I know everybody that hates waking up, but like ruthless, dude. I have it. Like my wife has
Oh,
to like beat me to death with her hands to wake up.
I'm the same way, B. Have been
I
my
get up
entire
at
life.
it fucking 3:45 every fucking morning. God, sucks.
Yeah.
When I was in the
So I just
military,
sit.
I was lucky I had 3 roommates because they had to literally fucking
Dude,
gorilla
same
sleep.
with me. I can't
Yeah.
wake up to alarm clocks.
It didn't
So
matter
like,
if I'd been asleep 1 hour or 10 hours. It doesn't matter.
right. That was the whole joke is like that. I would set 5 alarm clocks and all of them would go off.
Yeah, me too.
My dad used to do this thing called earthquake, where he'd walk into my room and be like earthquake, and then start like hitting the hitting the bed. It's so
Yeah,
funny. I can't wait to do that to my kid.
yeah.
I
Man,
gotta
I
bounce
don't.
because I gotta get out of here at 12 exactly, or else I get in trouble. Staying in moderation lately, you know.
That's right. Donnie, I
It was
wish I
so
was
good,
like
dude. It
that.
was so good to hang out, though, buddy. I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, man. You're welcome
Just keep
back
on doing it.
anytime.
I
Yeah, for
appreciate it.
sure. I
Holy
don't know.
crap! He come back to
Yeah.
say goodbye.
He did. What happened with you, buddy?
My Starlink dropped out for a second.
B, have you heard
Oh,
that Brian's fishing start doing scales for my knives?
Yeah, that's awesome. Love
Yeah,
that. It's a
I'm
great
super
idea.
excited
I
about
love
that.
collaboration, dude. That's great.
Yeah,
It's gonna lead to some really cool things.
yeah.
Yeah, the
but
titanium wire. Make sure there's no metal floating around in like your tanks. All right, guys. I got a piece
yeah, man, you
later
better
on the
come back
mountain.
sometime.
Later, B.
He can go ahead and drop out.
Yeah, B got some discipline, don't he?
Well, he's in the same boat I am. Mama starts at 11 o'clock. It's her time.
There you go. Yeah,
It's her time. So
I get it. I especially backpack with 2 little kids at home.
yeah,
yeah,
I know when my kids were little, my wife wouldn't have let me out for an 8-hour stream.
yeah,
She'd be like, "Get your ass."
yeah. But guys, I'm fishing to check out too. I got stuff I got to finish up.
enjoy it.
I got some pew stuff I got to work on. So
Nice.
I got a Ruger American bolt action 2022 today. I got to get a scope set up on it. So
That's one of my favorite hunting rifles.
That's a damn
I
nail
have
driver right
the
there.
I have the American in 7.62 by 39.
oh really?
In Ruger also makes the Mini 30, which is a version of the Mini 14. In that box magazine will go into the Ruger American, so I can put a 30-round box mag in that bolt action. In it's such a short compact, but you get every bit that you can squeeze out of a cheap 7.62 round out of that gun.
Right. I'm gonna get a 308. I'm gonna get a 308 Ruger American next month, but I wasn't expecting this gun. I just kind of acquired it and I like it a lot. And I was something longer range. Have you seen the new Ruger Americans have the come factory with the stuff?
The fluted threading.
No, the whole barrel is like twisted. It's like got the
It's got the spiral.
yeah.
Mine has it isn't spiraled, but it has fluting down the barrel.
Yeah. I had to sell off my whole collection when I was awaiting my disability, so I'm slowly rebuilding it. Don't need it, but I had to get rid of that I didn't want to, so it feels good to get it back.
I lost all mine in a boating accident with G-Ball, so
Yeah, you and G-Ball.
it sucks.
I'm sure G-Ball
Yep.
flew over on purpose.
We were out fishing, and both of our safes fell right off the edge of the 14-foot aluminum fishing boat.
That's a shame.
I had a bunch of shit disappear too. I moved from Kentucky to Illinois, and shit had to.
It happens. God, can you imagine if they came back to all of us now and were like, "We want to see every gun you've ever purchased."
Good
What the
fucking
hell?
luck.
Yeah.
Good fucking
Dude.
luck. Well, I sold this one at the pantry. Me and this guy were talking. He bought some taters, and I sold him a pistol.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name? No.
No.
I don't even know what fucking truck he was driving, buddy. It was cash and carry.
I threw
Oh, honestly, can you remember everything you've ever sold since you started? Who can? There's no way to.
I threw the state of Michigan for a loop because I called up their gun enforcement division, and I'm like, I told them who I was, and I'm like, I need all the records that you show of what I own. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I want to know everything that you have that it's showing in my name. And they're like, well, we're not going to do that. And I'm like, yeah, because I sell guns. And I want to make sure that some of these people I've fucking sold shit to have changed their registration. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially on pistols. Because a private sale, as long as they've got a CPL in Michigan, I can write it up. But if they don't turn in that paperwork, it never shows that it left my registration.
But
right?
In Alabama, you don't do anything.
No, say Kentucky was the same.
Cash and they drive off, and it's forever in your name. There's no.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah, in Michigan they have a database for pistols, and if you don't transfer it, if that serial never ever showed up for some reason, they'd be coming to my house. So I like knowing damn well if I've sold something, usually with certain amount of time, I make sure it's gone off there.
Fuck, you got it. The state of Illinois makes you buy a FOID card so you can buy a box of shells, anything in the state.
I'm sure there'll be some more court battles about it, but that just got struck down as unconstitutional.
What are you guys thinking about Brennan Herrera being on the short list? He's actually on the short list of nominees for the ATF director.
He is not. It's already been announced very quietly, but Kash Patel is also the director of the ATF.
Huh? He's going to do both?
It looks like they're going to dismantle the ATF. You can't do both.
The only issue, and I'm a pro.
It happened today. You can look it up. Yeah.
The ATF is asses on the gun, but on explosives, we kind of need them.
Well, but the FBI can do that. You could just roll it all over into one.
I think we really need them for tobacco and alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just commercial. Man, you got to watch that shit because
I never had a problem with ATF enforcing the laws. It was when they started making up their own laws and just arresting.
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
If they enforce the laws that are on the books, that's fine. You don't get to fucking interpretate laws. That you don't get to make shit up.
Right. Like that YouTuber that's still in federal prison for the auto card.
Yeah.
None of that makes sense. He made that card, showed it to the ATF. They approved it. He started selling them. Then they arrested him for selling machine guns. They actually took the piece and put it in an AR. And not only did it not make it fully automatic, the gun wouldn't even function because it was a joke. And he's still sitting in federal prison.
Yep.
He's going to have to get a pardon. I mean, because it's just once they've got.
Well, their thing was this one just wasn't milled properly, but it will work if you do it right. Well, no shit.
Well, in all honesty, what got him was his own ego. Because a lot of people don't know this side of the story. He rented a billboard advertising the card right across the street from the ATF building. So he kind of rubbed it in their faces.
Oh yeah, you just can't. You don't go
Yeah.
pick a fight with a dog that big.
Right. But
Pockets
like I
that
said,
deep.
they told him, it's like, well, I mean, it's not an actual seer, so yeah, you can sell it. And then arrested him afterwards. So
Yeah, look at all the shit with the pistol braces and
yeah.
the bump stocks and
That's shit.
everything else that.
I've been wanting to keep up with that. Do you remember the channel name? Was it like E3 or it was a C3? I can't remember the name of it, but he was a licensed gun dealer. But I can't find.
Yeah, what was that kid's name?
I can't find it on YouTube now. His wife was making videos, kind of updating people for a while, but it seemed like it was like C3.
That sounds familiar. Something C.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe Trump hasn't let him out yet.
I mean, a bump fire was fun, but I don't think I could afford enough ammo to get good with it.
Well, you're 100% right. It's useless. And that guy, the Vegas shooting is what pushed that. Because he was using a...
Bump stocks are worthless. They're a novelty and they're for fun. If you're out at the range with your buddies and you want to hand them your gun to blow off a quick 30 rounds, sure, a bump stock's good. But if for any actual accuracy, it goes out the fucking window.
Right. It's worse than full auto. Because
Yep.
I've shot full auto in the military, and at 50 yards, the average soldier in full automatic can get 2 to 3 rounds in a human-sized target before it's off to the right, up and to the right. With a bump stock, you're lucky to get one. Dude, it jumps so much more. So,
Because that's what it's doing. It's bouncing off your shoulder.
right, there's no way for it to be accurate. But that I've been thinking about that guy this whole time, wondering if they're going to let him out of prison. And the fact that he was kind of white trashy looking, all that stuff didn't help.
It could possibly be suppression fire, Blue, but who are you suppressing? If they notice the rounds are going 30 feet over their head, that's not going to be.
Yeah.
Can definitely get rounds down, but I don't know. I think I can get a 30 round mag with my finger about, 2/3 as fast as probably what that thing does.
I don't know. I was taught when you pull or squeeze the trigger, you're supposed to be putting that bullet on something,
Right.
not just spraying it.
Yeah, because
Yep.
where are all those rounds that's going high right? Where are they landing? What are they hitting if they're not hitting your target? But I know,
I think
that
if you're doing suppressive fire, though, you're just shooting to keep the fuckers' heads down. So,
and you can do that with semi-auto.
yep.
I mean, you can just as fast and more accurately squeeze off 30 as fast as you possibly. I've got a video of my nephew shooting 30 rounds out of my AR semi-auto in 11 seconds. And he put them all on a man-sized target. I've never met anybody with a trigger finger as fast as his and still put rounds.
Keep his accuracy.
Now he's not a long range. He's not a long distance shooter. He's not great at that. But at 25 yards, man, check out my Instagram. Scroll down, you'll see big 300-pound mixed kid just smoking my AR. But I'd show it on here, but I don't think YouTube would allow it. And I made
Haven't shut us down.
Yeah, I made a short, and I even posted in the short that it was not full auto. It was just finger speed, but he's been able to do that since he was about 11 years old. Like the first time I ever took him to the range, he did it with a M&P 1522. So this last time we went, I wanted to see if he could do it with 5.56. Sure enough. Yeah. So, and worst case scenario, he's my covering fire kid. He's 22 now, but yeah.
He's still
Dane always makes sure he has an extra rifle for the nephew.
Right. Yeah, I can't load him as fast as he can shoot him. Yeah. But all right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Good evening, man. Y'all take it easy. Come back on. Coon
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Keep an eye out, guys, for some collabs in the future.
Yeah. I'm super excited about it, man.
Check out the round table. Check out Edgy American. Go check out Keith the Knife Freak.
Absolutely. Does Keith have anything for? I think he's sold out right now, isn't he?
He's got a really cool kitchen knife he made that's up for sale right now.
Yeah, I saw he had it for sale.
And then
Do you talk to Keith very often?
a bunch of these. Yeah,
Dude,
I talk to him quite a bit.
His voice chats are fucking hilarious, dude. He don't have time to type shit out, so he does voice chats. And if you can't listen to a Keith the Knife Freak voice chat and have a smile on your face when you're done, there's something wrong with you. That dude's awesome.
He's hilarious, dude. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go to the dojo. That's Bluminati. Throw that link out.
Yes.
What? I'm sorry. What's the dojo?
Bluminati.
Hmm.
The ninja. He hooked me up with this Ultim. Can't wait to.
So Bluminati has a store?
Yeah.
So,
He does patches and stickers, and
I had no idea.
I think he's even got some clothes in there.
Shit, everybody's got the side hustle.
Yeah. But now I know.
He's got a laser. Oh, have you seen? He's done some laser stuff. That's pretty sweet. He did cards for people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I seen an out here a while back that was lasered to look like Damascus. And it was really close, man. Like, it was really close. I could tell that something wasn't exactly right, but to the average eye, dude, it looked like really nice Damascus. It was just lasered that way.
Keith is the inspiration behind the Hunter.
Yeah. I need to get
He
a ferro rod.
He teaches hunter safety up here in Michigan. So
Oh, Bluminati does?
no, Keith. And then he had one of my Americanas, and he brings it to the class, and he was letting the kids use it to start fires after they get done. And that's when he decided he wanted a glow orange, because up here, hunter safety is that hunter orange.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've been I have made several knives that I said were going to be mine. I don't even own an Edgy American blade because I've sold them all. But when I get ready to do mine, and I know I'm going to keep it, I want to get you to make me a ferro rod to match it.
hell yeah.
He doesn't have a story; he has the world famous story. Good to know. See you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all stay sharp.
Have a good one, man. It was fun.
Yep.
Take it easy, everybody.